sports complex out in Auburndale, the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex, is second to none. Anywhere in the country, there's no place like this. If you haven't been there, it's right off of Berkeley Road, or you can go in on the south side off of Denton and check that out. But this guy's job, our next guest, is way bigger than Lake Myrtle. In fact, he was a former staff member of Polk County Sports Marketing, and glad to be here. I know he is, because he has the opportunity to mix and mingle with the likes of you, Jack.
Yeah.
His name, Cody McGhee.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It is fun coming to hang out with you guys, for sure.
Well, Cody, you know, we just watched this, literally, this beehive of activity out at Lake Myrtle. You know, just wrapped up what seemed like forever with the Russ Matt Baseball Invitational, the largest collegiate baseball tournament in the world. It is phenomenal. Over 300 teams this year, which is incredible. And of course, PFX, the spring training softball at the Auburndale Softball Complex, getting the stadium, which is now pretty much ready to go, and the new championship ski lake, amongst some other challenges that you have had, have literally been a major challenge.
Yes, it's been a busy year. Obviously, all of the events that we have going on, but we have several projects going on, the stadium and the ski lake, like you mentioned. We're getting ready to let them both be open and do our first initial soft tests with some events coming up. So we're excited to kick the year off right. And Russ Matt is always our start of the year and our biggest event. I mean, I always like to say we have about 5,500 innings that just come into Lake Myrtle itself. Not only Lake Myrtle, but then you have others across the county. So our guys are a little tired after the last month, for sure.
Well, I understand that you did pretty well in what's called the Mayor's Cup, where all the cities in Polk County play in a golf tournament against one another, and brought the cup back home to Auburndale.
Yeah, the Mayor's Invitational is a Sister Cities event. It's a good fundraiser for kids going to college, but it's a real nice event that the city of Lakeland puts on. We have a lot of fun. It's at Cleveland Heights, and it's a real fun event. I always try to bring a stacked team as much as I can to bring it home, so we enjoy it for sure.
And Commissioner Jack Myers backed out on you.
Yeah.
But filled it with some pretty talented folks.
We still had some fun, but you know, when Jack Myers isn't there, not only is he a good player, but he's a good laugh on the day. So when he's not there, there's a miss.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we were talking about Lake Myrtle, but in the city of Auburndale, I think that the overall Parks and Rec program, and now you're heading into summer and getting, you know, things ready there. It's just the offerings to the citizens is tremendous, coupled with the fact that the facilities at Lake Myrtle and some of the other ones, the softball complex, are world-class facilities. Not just good facilities, these are world-class. National championships, and it's just phenomenal what you guys have done out there.
Well, it takes a village for sure. The Parks and Recreation team, they do a fantastic job, not only at Lake Myrtle, but all the parks, cemeteries, all of our building rentals, our community center, our tennis facility. But then above that is our commission. Our commission really sets forth a good standard and a good direction for us to be able to provide recreation to not only the residents of Auburndale, but anybody and everybody that comes through the gate. And Lake Myrtle's kind of that shining piece to us, where we are able to, we house our Auburndale Youth Baseball, which is over 300 children and their families. We house Auburndale Youth Soccer as well, 700 kids that play in that program. But then the influx of the other events that come in, I mean, there's just an astronomical amount of people that come in, spectators or actual athletes, to be able to use the facility for us to show off Auburndale and Polk County.
So let's talk a little bit about your newest piece to show off. So
which one?
The new ski lake there in Auburndale. So tell us a little bit about the efforts going in to finish it up, ready for the big City Fest.
So the competitive ski lake, we've been over the last year building out this ski lake. It's a 2,000 foot long ski lake. It's 2,000 feet long, 200 feet wide, about 17 feet deep. The idea for the lake primarily is to be a competitive lake for ski events, and that could be a wide variety of different disciplines of ski. We are still at that south end of the complex is about phase 1 right now, where we have the ski lake, the parking, and the road finished. There's still another section that'll be coming soon down the road. But soon coming up, April 15th, we'll be having our first event. While it's not the ribbon cutting event for the lake, it is a good event for us to get our bearings, be able to see how the lake handles it, if there's any other things that we need to do. But we have an event coming up, like I said, April 15th, and that'll be our real first effort in that lake. So we're excited about that.
Well, I think that, you know, there's been a lot of discussion about other activities out there. There's, and I'm not throwing her under the bus, but the procurement director for Polk County, her name is Fran McCaskill, and we've had her on this show before. And she was part of a championship dragon boat. I mean, I think she went to Thailand or some place like that to do this. Well, I got really interested in that. This is pretty cool stuff. And so there was some recent conversation between Neil Duncan and Fran about bringing in some dragon boat racing. But you know, there's that. There's jet skiing. There's any, you know, we could do triathlon swims there. I mean, it's 2,200 feet long. You know, all sorts of different events. So it isn't just water skiing. This is, you know, you can do sprint canoe kayak. So the list of events is really, really a long one, and that was part of the plan originally, is to yes, it's primarily a ski lake, but when you have diversity of sports, you spread the risk out, and that was the intent. So I think this is going to be a success. I'm going to jump from the lake, no pun intended, to the new stadium. This is sort of a quiet, hidden gem that is going to just make a huge difference in that park and the city of Auburndale and Polk County.
Yeah, so the other project was going on right alongside with the ski lake is the soccer stadium. So it's going to be just over 3,000 people seating for the stadium itself on both sides, 3,000 for both sides. And what this stadium will bring is it'll bring us an opportunity to be a little bit more diversified in the types of events that we bring into Lake Myrtle. So Lake Myrtle itself has 11 soccer fields. We didn't build a new field. We built a vertical stadium structure that goes on an existing field. And what that will bring is that will bring us an opportunity to host events that we just weren't able to host before, that had the requirements of the spectators, like your FSHA or your semi-pro or pro soccer events that really need that space to be able to accommodate the event.
Well, you just hosted the Wanderers. Tell us about that.
So spring training, an opportunity for us to get a pro team to come in and utilize the field and the stadium space from Canada. So it allows us to bring somebody in not only from outside of the state, but from outside of the country.
And they could not stop raving about the field.
Fantastic. And that's also, to put a plug in for the guys at Lake Myrtle, right in the middle of Rust Mat. So we have, like I said, 5,000 innings going on at one time, and we are able to still accommodate the other events that may come in. And that's really the point and the beauty of Lake Myrtle. As we continue to add on to Lake Myrtle, we're only continuing to diversify the types of events that are coming into that complex. So we can go after things we weren't able to go after.
Yeah. Well, the stadium is certainly going to make a big difference, and there's a reason we're not really talking a whole lot about what those events are, because those discussions are going on right now and have been going on for more than a year to recruit some of these major events. But overall, when it's all said and done, the new stadium, which will have press boxes and all sorts of really cool stuff, and then the other side, which you enhanced with bleachers and this type of stuff, what's going to be the seating, just the seating capacity, not, around the ends and that type of stuff?
So on the east side, where we added in our bleachers, there's a seating capacity of 1,000, and then the new stadium structure will be 2,500.
So you're looking, with standing room, people in lawn chairs and
Lots
stuff, you're
of
probably
room.
talking 5,000 people.
Lots and lots of room. And the way that the stadium field was built out from the start, You have a berm on the north side that allows for a natural grass seating for people to be able to come in and put down their own chairs and blankets and that type of thing. So it really does allow for an opportunity of extra seating, but it allows for an opportunity for us to get a little creative on the field. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an athletic facility, it doesn't have to be an athletic field. We can do a lot of different functions on that stadium.
Yeah, well, like 50 yards to the south of that is going to be the site of City Fest, which is a big concert. Twisted Sister? No.
Sister.
Twisted Sister is a wakeboard move.
Sister
Sister Hazel.
There it is.
Yeah, okay. Sister Hazel will be the headliner.
Yep.
Music going on all day. April 15th,
That's it.
which is a Saturday. And then, of course, Wake Fest will be going on at the same time with the wakeboarding, show skiing, and so on and so forth. So big times coming up. I can't thank you enough for joining us. You're a busy guy. And just to have you on, I was surprised when I was told by our director, we affectionately call Sarge, her real name is Becky, that you were going to be on board. So that's really a good thing, I guess. Thanks a lot for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this interview and want to watch more Sports Central, click the video below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.